Robert Frost? I'm recording.
Oh, yeah.
I'm filming, so go ahead.
Recording?
Yeah, filming too, yeah. But do that other thing you did earlier too, but do this first and then we'll do the other one.
I'll go back. I'll say what I was saying at first.
Okay.
I said, sometimes the truth, it hurts. If you don't like me now, I'm in the future's worse. Most people look at my life and tell me it looked like I embodied the universe. I look at life in dimensions, kind of like I'm bending light through a prism. Had I not mentioned I'm about to transition into something different, does that make me wicked? Because still I have not come to deal with the terms. This is why I feel like my position was earned. Thanks but no thanks, man. I'm not smoking reefer because I got a heart full of ether to burn. Now, let me get to where I was talking about with the Robert Frost thing, right? Because that Robert Frost played a big part in my life. You know, the road less traveled by Robert Frost. I know you know that poem.
I'm saying when I was 5 years old, trust me, I know Robert Frost. Trust me.
So you'll appreciate what I'm gonna say. So just check me out. I said I had to lose it all to realize I had it all. This is what I mean when I said I knew I had to ball. Just turned spring, never knew I had to fall. Just started walking, never knew I had to crawl. The niggas lied when they said I had to crawl before I walked. Now them lying ass niggas out lying as chalk. Super fresh, I am the young God. Is the odds that Dion is. Anyway, I said, super fresh, I am the young God. Is the odds that Dion is evolved to a tall Robert Frost. Two roads diverge in the wood, and I won't be telling this shit with a sigh. This is the difference between you and I. I took the road that was less traveled by.
Yeah.
Listen, heir to the throne, yet my flesh it is brown. I said, let there be light and created the crown. Now I'm saying my vows and I'm taking the bow. Bet you don't think that I'm faking it now.
Yeah, I get it. The whole spring, like you went through the weather, because Robert Frost was really about like seasons and all, like, man. Yo, and check this.
In his thing, he says, two roads diverge in the yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both and be one traveler.
Yeah, he was a traveler. Yep. Yeah, I got to revisit him, man. You just inspired me to revisit Robert Frost, man. I haven't heard that name in a long dang, dude. Robert Frost, come on, dude. He's a poet. That dude, man. When I first saw it, because like when I was like 5 in kindergarten, they were like, okay, everybody's gotta, go to the library and like pick a poet. And that's the dude I caught up with, dude. I was looking at his thing, I was reading it, I was like, oh, yeah. I went through a bunch of books, We had a library at the house, too, so I was like, I was like, shoot, this dude right here? Yep, that's the dude I'm going to do. So I can't remember what the poem was, but it was like his longest poem, if I remember correctly. It was like, he had like this really long poem. I had to memorize it, dude. I memorized that whole sucker, dude. Not just like just talking, like, I learned, like, there's a difference between like reciting something versus like just memorizing something. Man, I was like, I did a whole, like, I was up in it, man. I was like,
So he says at the end, he goes, two roads diverge in the wood and I took the one that was less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean in the song when I say...
that's you. That's totally you. Two roads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I say two... So what I did, when I switched it, I say, two roads diverge in the wood and I won't be telling this shit with a sigh.
Oh, not with a sigh. Right, because you flipped it back to positive. Yes. Oh, so check this. Yo, check this real quick before I forget.
Okay.
All right, I would, just a suggestion, because let me put it like this. Scratch that. It's related. But, so I'm burying the word nigga, nigger, and resurrecting the word Negro.
Okay.
So the only thing I would suggest to do something different, if I was like your co-producer and we were co-writing and stuff, I'd be like, yo, man, let's use the word Negro. You know what I mean? Let's really because that word, man, I see these white kids, I see Asian kids, I see all types of people, Latin kids, using that word like it's a term of endearment, man. And that's not cool. The nigger word, you know what I mean? The word is niggardly. The actual word is niggardly. You know what the word niggardly means?
You know that, right?
No, everybody thinks that. The word is Niggardoy. It's a description. It's a business term, and it's an English word, and it means cheapskate or somebody that doesn't want to. It means cheapskate or stingy. It related. It was with the monarchy. It's like, okay, so Thomas Jefferson, when they were colonizing America, the new land, right, across the Atlantic. People keep in mind that Thomas Jefferson, Washington, all those guys, they were British. Remember? So when they defected, the Revolutionary War started. They threw the tea in the ocean. I can get deeper into it, why they did that, and there was a symbolic thing. Fuck the Queen. The slave owners, because keep in mind they were all slave owners too. So that word niggardly is an English word, not English, American English. I'm talking about English from England, UK, English. It's an English word, and it's Niggardoy. It means cheapskate or stingy, which was a term that was related to the slave owners, because in business, right, labor is your two highest expenses are insurance and labor. So when you have slaves, you're not paying for labor. So it was a reference to slave owners that were being niggardly, stingy or cheapskates. Somehow it got flipped around where now black people are niggers, right? In the South. I don't know what that thing is. I'd like to know at some point, but I don't even care. It doesn't matter to me. Right now, I'm in the warp speed.
What it's evolved. You know what it's evolved to, right?
It evolved into now it's a term of endearment, and it's neat. If you're gonna say something, say Negro.
It's in the eyes of the beholder first, right?
True.
Right?
True.
So this is the thing. This is what I've done. This is what I've chosen to do with everything to stay positive or.
Right, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. On the radio, no, dude, I'm actually burying the word. Just like Rick Rubin buried the word death after him and Russell Simmons parted ways. He buried the word death, dude. Literally, man, he did a whole like Michael Jackson funeral and shit for the word death. Buried the motherfucking word. He had like he had a sculptor do a sculpture and shit. He buried that shit up in the Forest Hills, dude, in Burbank, dude. And you can go to the mausoleum right now. It's like the word death has been buried. And that's what I think Rick, what he was saying was, fuck Russell Simmons, man. Because
my thing.
You know what I mean? Like, the word Negro, I think nigga it's not a good word, man. That shit I'm tired of that word. Especially when now white people are running around going, what up, nigga? What's up, nigga? Like, I see these little white kids, man, they're 8, 7, 8 years old and stuff. It's not a term of endearment.
I totally understand where you're coming from, okay?
But you don't agree. You beg to differ.
Listen,
okay.
Let me tell you. Let me explain. Okay? Now me, right? And how I'm taught is, first off, I accept people for who they are unconditionally, regardless. They're going to be them, regardless. They're going to do what they're going to do. But my thing is this. Everybody in the world wishes they were a nigga. They wish they was us. I don't care what nobody says. They wish they could be that. Now, what we did is, right?
That's cultural, though. You're talking about apples. You're comparing apples and oranges. It's apples and oranges.
What I mean by this is.
Yeah, you gotta be more you gotta qualify more, because that's apples and oranges. Unless you can like drill down and like get deep, you have to qualify what you're saying.
So, what I'm saying is this: like, they wish they had the
What is a nigga to you? What's a nigga to you?
What's a nigga
to you? Yeah, what's a nigga to you? Like you saying it like they wish they could be a nigga. So what is a nigga to you? What does that mean? Define that.
That means okay. Let's say this. Of course I'm darker. I have, of course, more. What do you call it? melanin in my skin, of course. Okay, definitely. I guess what most people wouldn't say we're the supreme, or whatever you want to call it, human or whatever you want to call it, but being black, we have a certain swag. We have soul. We're the most hated, well, in ways. But at the same time, everyone's trying to be like us, whether they like us or not.
I'm listening.
We succeed. We overdo everything. We beat everything in every sport. We have the best music. We dance to the song show that like everyone knows it. We are super. We are.
I'm listening. I have a rebuttal. Let me know. Let me know when you're done.
They start coming to talk like us.
I get it.
So, and to me, I've basically taken what, they tried to use against us. I feel like now they say, black people, like, why do black people get to say nigga and white people can't say nigga? I don't care what anyone says, right? But to us, it's a completely different thing because what it was originally used for, with the ER, like, was derogatory. It is derogatory. It's very derogatory. But with the A, we're basically taking the hate that was used against us with it, owning it because I am all things. I'm everything. I'm Jesus God sent his only son to die on the cross for who we truly are. Not for who we're trying to be, but for who we truly are. And that's why unconditional love is the way it has to be. You'll never have completely a full life, right? Until you start accepting the bad things about yourself to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, people can sit here all day and say, yeah, I don't like strip clubs. I don't like smoking weed. I don't like smoking cigarettes. I don't like this and that, right? Because that's what society says you shouldn't like, or that's what's bad, right? So, right, regardless of what you say, God knows. God knows what you really like, how you really feel. He knows. So until you accept the truth about yourself and admit the truth about yourself and still love yourself because of that part of you, you'll never have a full life until you accept that. Because that's who Jesus died for, who you truly are.
No.
I never had power
100%.
ever since I started doing this, right? This is how I gained power over my life. I smoked cigarettes since I was 12 years old. You know this, man. You know you don't smoke cigarettes, right?
I heard you when you were speaking earlier. Like I'm taking notes.
So I started smoking cigarettes when I was 12 years old. I never was able to quit smoking cigarettes until I came to what I just told you about, accepted all the things about me. So I stopped lying to myself. I said, man, I'm not gonna lie. I smoke cigarettes because I like cigarettes.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up, but you know that that's something that's poison for your body because it's not your body. God, it's a gift. It's a gift, but it's a hard thing. That's a hard one to break. That's the hardest.
Let me tell you. Listen.
Thing to break.
Listen though.
It's not a judgment. I'm saying like alcohol. Right. I have the disease of alcoholism. I have the disease. I have a substance abuse. I have the disease of substance abuse. Drugs and alcohol. You know, I go to rehab and all that stuff, dude. Like I have a therapist, I have all that shit.
You gotta listen to where I'm going with it, though. So,
Right, no. I'm just letting you know, like, I just sidebar, but yeah, go ahead.
So, after I accepted that about myself and said, I'm not gonna quit smoking cigarettes, so I want to until I find a reason to, because I smoke cigarettes because I like cigarettes. Boom, I'm not.
Right, I like alcohol. I'm the same way. That's what I'm saying. I'm the same way with alcohol.
Listen though. Soon as I did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, I sure want to be able to breathe better when I perform.
Yeah, I feel you. That's exactly right.
Listen. On May 31st, 2015, I quit cold turkey and never smoked a cigarette again.
Dang. Oh.
I still haven't. This has been my 5th year. May 31st was my 5th year of not smoking cigarettes.
Damn. That's what's up, yo.
Because you know what though? You know why that happened? Because since I stopped denying that part and I accepted that part about myself and loved it too, God gave me the other half of myself, gave me power back. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because I was unconditional to myself.
That's
you see what I'm saying?
You're not beating yourself up too.
Yeah, because you're supposed to love all things, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to love people regardless of who they are.
Love yourself, love thyself. Hey, there's a scripture that says, and I'll read it. It says, Jesus said, you are, and Paul talks about it too. We are commanded to love one another, no matter what. You don't have to like everybody. Now it doesn't talk about this, but you don't have to like everybody. But you are commanded to pray and love thy neighbor, no matter what. Period. We're no better than each other. We're all the same.
Because we are each other.
We're all descendants of Adam. Adam was direct. He was direct from the God, earth, dust. Michael, who is like God in heaven, Jesus on earth, same person, just in a different form. Jesus of Nazareth, right? The Son of God. And then you have the sons of man. We're the sons of man. The sons of God are angels. Michael is the archangel. He's direct. That's his son. You got the Father, Yahweh. You got Michael, who is the son. And then he trained the son just like these folks are training you, right? You're not them, but they're training you the way they want things to go. And then they're going to allow you, if they're good managers and owners, they're going to allow you to make some input on how things could be done this way and that way in a little different way. But right now, you might sit back, but you're going to make your suggestions when the timing's right. But keep in mind, Michael, Jesus, he was created directly from God. And then he taught him everything over eons of years. And who knows how long he was around just by himself. Can you imagine the Father and the Son by themselves for years and years and years? Eons and eons and eons. And then finally he's like, okay, now you ready. Let's be a carpenter. That's why Jesus was a carpenter on earth in the earthly man form. But in heaven, which is another realm, he was a carpenter there too. Him and God, they built angels, 100 million brothers. We call it brothers, sisters. We don't know what they call it. They don't speak English up there. They do. They can't. They speak every language. In our realm, they have to be able to communicate with us. Like Gabriel came down and talked to Mary and said, hey, this is going to happen. Came and talked to Abraham and Sarah and said, hey, this one. They could transform back then. They can't transform now. They lost that privilege because there were some angels that came down and had sex with women. Humans. And fucked that shit up. But back to Jesus, it's, Michael, they created the angels. Then the angels, they were a part of helping build the earth and build the universe and all that. God is not. Is Steve Jobs in every computer? No. Is Steve Jobs dead? Yes. But is his influence and his mindset and the way he likes things to be? Yes. but he's not in every computer. But you can see Steve Jobs is not going to let something come off the assembly line unless it's something that he would actually like to have in his hand and on his ear. You know what I'm saying? And navigate a certain way. You know, God is not a micromanager, man. He don't have to do everything. He built the angels. He built the infrastructure. You know, he's the president. Michael's the vice president, his son. And the angels are the senators in the House of Representatives. There's 100 million. Well, actually, a third of them, you know, defected. You know, one of the real powerful senators or angels defected. Satan, the devil. Satan means slanderer. Devil means, you know, opposer. Those are Hebrew words. People think that Satan is like a name. It's not. It's a description. Satan in Hebrew means opposer, and then the devil means slanderer.
Right, because the real name was Lucifer.
That's what they say, but I don't subscribe to that. But you know, if you want to call it that, that's fine. I'm not going to debate it.
I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, I don't go into that whole. But no, I'm not saying that that's bad. So let's call him Lucifer. You know, if that's what you want to call him. And I don't, but I'm saying, okay, let's call him that. Let's stick with that. So Lucifer, right? But I never. We can go into that conversation, but I'm saying let's call him Lucifer. Let's call him Lucifer. Okay, so Lucifer, the powerful angel. I'm not going to drill down on it, but all I'm saying, just to keep it simple, you have the Father and the Son. Period. In the Bible, it says Father and Son the whole time. That's it. You know, and then there's these angels that were created after the Father and Son, the Alpha and the Omega, right? Yahweh's been here forever. There is no end and there is no beginning. That's why it's the Alpha Omega. There is no beginning. There is no end.
Infinity.
Right. It's infinite.
Forever,
it's infinite. He's been here forever. And we can't explain that. That's like an animal looking at us. They don't know what we're doing. Bugs look at us. Bugs run from us. They don't know what the fuck we are. They can't process that shit. You know what I mean? We're looking at angels. We can't process what God is and where he came from. Even if he told us, we wouldn't even understand it. You know what I'm saying? We don't speak that language. We're not in that realm. You know what I'm saying? You know, the angels don't even probably understand. Who knows? They might know what it is, but who knows? God's wisdom is it's an abyss. It's unsearchable. Like he's always ahead of us. Let me put it like this. Can we get to the front of the freeway? No. There is no front of the freeway. There's no front. I want to ask you a question.
This is a good question to ask you.
I'm listening.
Especially knowing where you are spiritually as well.
Listening.
So knowing that there's as many galaxies, right? Not
man.
Planets,
there's a myriad. Man, as many grains of sand.
Exactly. That's galaxies.
On the planet.
About galaxies. So, do you honestly and truly believe
we're the only ones?
That we're the only ones.
Yes. Yep. We're the only ones.
But why?
I can only base it on the scriptures. That's it. I don't have any other basis unless somebody's got another book. If there's another book, hey, show me that one. That supersedes the Bible.
As you know, though, you know that the book was, of course, is painted as soon as it left.
If there's another book, right? If there's another, hey man, the Book of Eli, what's your boy's name? Was the actor? Maybe there's another book.
In there?
Pardon me? I don't have nothing to reference it off of any. I don't know another book.
Right.
Now, if you can show me another book, show me that book. That's my answer.
You know that there's more books. You know there's stuff that they can't out.
Show me. But where do those books reference the information from? Were those books written?
What I'm saying is this:
Where did they get that information from? Where was that reference?
Listen, I'm trying to explain. What I'm saying is.
No, I was making sure I was framing the question right. That's all.
When they governments or whoever the controllers or elite, whatever you want to call it. Of course, if we knew certain things that they didn't want us to know. Think about how many times. You remember the game we played when you were a kid called Telephone?
No, I didn't play games. I never
No,
played that
I mean,
one.
in
I know
school.
people that
Like,
played it, but I don't know what that is.
in school,
I've heard of it, but I don't play that. No.
All right, in school they teach you. They use it to teach you at school. It's like where you sit in line. What they start with one kid. He whispers something into the next kid's ear. He whispers it to the next kid.
Okay.
By the time he gets to the end,
Oh, it's all different.
completely
It's all
different
different.
thing.
It's all different. Yeah, it's all different.
It's called telephone, right? Think about how much stuff has been taken out or changed so we wouldn't know. Because, of course, if we knew certain things, you see what I'm saying? There's probably so much more to the Bible that we don't even know.
I have a response.
That's what I'm saying.
I have a response. No, I hear you. But I have a response, but it's more qualified
So
than what you just said. But let me know when I can break it down. A rebuttal to what you just said. Let me know when you're done. Just say, Wayne, now it's your turn.
I'm done. I was just saying, like, you know, there is a chance that there's stuff that we don't know.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
So, do you speak Hebrew?
So what?
These are yes or no questions. They're not trick questions. It's like yes or no. Follow
I
me.
hear you.
You're
What
in
you say?
court and you're sitting on a stand, and the judge is like, "Young man, just answer the question." You know.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is a legal case. So like, you're the defendant, and you're like on the stand. Okay, you're a witness. No, you're not a defendant. You're a witness, and you're on the stand.
Okay.
Okay, these are yes or no questions.
Okay.
Do you speak Hebrew? Yes or no?
I don't know.
No, no.
I don't. No,
Do
I
you
don't.
speak
I don't.
Hebrew? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Do you speak Greek? Yes or no?
No.
Do you speak Aramaic? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. All right. So until you speak those languages, you're not going to understand what I'm about to break down. And we'll get into it later. Do I speak those languages? To a degree. I have enough understanding of those languages to navigate a certain kind of way. Do you speak English?
Yes, but
Awesome.
I do also have Google Translate where I can say anything to it in that language and it'll tell me.
Awesome. Okay.
So,
Great.
you know,
So what I would suggest, and listen to here, because you need to get some rest. I need to get some rest because I'm in the middle of moving. I'm not running from the conversation. I'm not trying to like knock it out, but I'm doing my laundry for a reason. But I love this conversation, by the way. This is awesome. But let's wrap it up. No, let's wrap it up. No. I love it. No, it's not bad. It's like we've hit a point where like you said we've had some awesome dialogue. It's been balanced. I'm like excited, man. I'm elated for you, man. I love the spiritual side of it. I'm happy. Like it's not a debate. It's not a debate. It's not a debate.
We just don't have enough time.
Right? Yeah. And I literally have to get going. Like literally. Like I'm really busy right now. Yeah. And I know you are. And you need to get some rest, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because it's 3 hours.
Man, I'm so glad I got to talk to you tonight, though.
Man, I love you, man. Like there's no tomorrow.
Love you too, bro.
Man.
For real.
All day, every day. So check it. I'm running with Rico and them right now. Oh, go ahead. So this was going on. Sorry to cut you off, but this is serious on the creative side. So right now, I've been brought on board with Dungeon Family officially.
Oh God.
No, I already ran with them. I've been running with them for like since '93, but I got brought in like official.
You know I met Andre and we chopped it up.
No, I run with Rico. I've been running with Rico and Sleepy and motherfucking Ray. Organized Noise since day one. They are Dungeon Family. They're the beginning.
Hey, look,
I mean, Dre, I love Dre. Hey, Dre was supposed to be on one of the records, that group of El Pus I had. He's supposed to be on. I know his mom died. No, I'm talking about, yes, I know them too. Big Boy. Sleepy, I did Sleepy asked me to do his birthday party. I'm talking about Dre. I'm talking about Rico Wade, Sleepy Brown, Patrick Sleepy Brown, and Ray Murray. I run with them. the original members are, you know, Outkast, Goody Mob, Esperanza. No, let me separate that, because Esperanza runs with Organized. Okay, you got Witch Doctor, you got all their, you know, all their little crew, right? Okay, but Ronnie, you got Ray Murray, Sleepy Brown, you know, Patrick Sleepy Brown, Ray Murray, and you got Rico Wade, and you got Big Rube, and you got Esperanza, Ronnie. They had a group called Society of Soul. That's the core 5 members. That's the core. All right? I've been running with Ronnie. Ronnie's like my best friend. Like, Ronnie, Esperanza, she is Organized Noise, and she's Outkast. She's all three of them in Society of Soul. They are everything. So Ronnie, I've known Ronnie. It's funny because I got brought into that crew in '93. So like, I wasn't on a players ball, but when Southern Playalistic, when that song dropped, I'm the second assistant director. We did all their concerts. It's a longer story, but I've been in that camp I'm in the BC Boys camp. Grand Royal. I'm in a lot of camps. I never subscribed to any camp except for House of Vagabond, which I was a partner in that speech and headliner, Arrested Development. You know, I officially, like, you know, partner, you know, I was a partner. You know what I'm saying? With speech, concert production. So, but Jermaine Dupri, I'm in there. I'm in every single camp. You know, I run with Interscope. I run with this company. I run with fucking Def Jam. I run with all of them. But my point is that I manage a group called R&R Legends. It's Big Rube. You know, Big Rube, they be doing the interludes and all that. And this is Big Rube right here. And And I manage Esperanza, Ronnie. Rico and I, we've been trying to play. We've been playing, not phone tag, but Ronnie is like, Rico wants to talk to you. No, I said, let me holler at Rico. Like, does he remember me? And she's like, man, come on, Wayne. He's the one that said, yo, a couple other people were like, because Ronnie and Esperanza, Ronnie and Big Rube, they have a thing called R&R Legends. And I'm going to send you this track, and this is what it's about. When I send you this, it's only 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm going to text it to you. It's a SoundCloud, and this is what it's about. When you listen to this 1 minute and 30 second thing that I'm going to text you when we hang up, listen to it before you go to bed, and that's what this thing is about. All right, so check it. So I don't think anybody knows me or cares about me or whatever. Of course, I'm engaged with a lot of people, and I've done a lot of business with a lot of people, but I don't know if they remember it. It's like, I don't assume anything. You know what I'm saying? So Ronnie was like, man, you were humble to a fault. Like, of course they remember you. Rico, so I said, did you talk to him? And she said, not just Rico. She said, everybody said that, because they checked, you know, like, not that they said, hey, this is who's going to be running our thing, and he's going to be the point person. And I said, well, no, who did you talk to? She goes, it doesn't matter. I talked to all the heads of state. I said, but I got some dirt out there, you know what I mean? Like, I told them this story about some shit, and they were like, man, they ain't tripping on that. Matter of fact, they said they caught that motherfucker and I was like, yeah, I thought they were mad at me because I thought Goody Mob, I thought the whole crew was mad at me, Dungeon Family, because some shit went down, and I got blamed. I got not blamed, but I was like in a bad position. I was like, hey man, yo, and I thought that they were still mad. I thought they were mad at me. And they weren't. She says, no, man, we broke that shit down. Them motherfuckers ain't even think, man, matter of fact, they caught up with that kid. That kid is on the back of a milk carton. I said, they go, basically. You know what I mean? I said, okay. I said, yeah. And he said, yeah. I said, but Rico, they remember me sleeping in them, and Dre and all them. Wayne, shut up, dude. They know you, man. She goes, they love you. We told them. We didn't say, hey, should we bring Wayne on or this or that or this or that? Ronnie and Big Rube, they were like, we just said, this is who's involved, and and they were like, yeah, we love Wayne. I was like, it's not that I need the roses thrown at me, but I don't want them to get sideswiped, because there are people that undermine me at some point. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, oh man, fuck that dude, you know, fuck that motherfucker, man. Why are you fucking with that dude? And that's what I was thinking. Like I was thinking Rico and them was gonna be like, yeah, that motherfucker, man, he was involved and some shit went down, and man, we don't trust that dude, and da da da. And I thought it was one thing that happened, and I didn't have nothing to do with it, man. I just happened to be there, and it looked like I was like I didn't do what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be looking out for something, and I didn't. I thought that was their boy. I see him around with them all the time and kicking it. This motherfucker stole all their cars, man, at a video shoot. Dude. We did Benz and Beamers. I can't remember what video we were doing, but they put me in a position where like I was a PA. I'm not a PA. I was the second assistant director, but all the time in their videos on their concerts, or, we used to produce concerts for them, so we paid them. You know what I mean? I always paid those guys. I was a concert promoter. I used to throw parties and shit. When I threw a party with Sleepy, I paid them motherfuckers and Joy. I pay them, but then sometimes they paying me because they'll hire. I end up on the set of movies and stuff that they on. They're not hiring me. I just used to be showing up, and they're like, oh shoot. When they started seeing me before they knew me, they just everybody kept, not just Outkast, I'm talking about Collective Soul, Matchbox 20, you name it. People kept just seeing me. They're like, wait a minute, I saw him at a concert. Wait a minute, I saw that dude passing out flyers. Wait a minute, I saw him putting up posters. Wait a minute, now he's at the video. What is this guy doing? Who is this guy? And I never had to say anything. I could tell people were like talking about me. And then Tyler Perry and then this, that, and da-da. And then my boy directed, Diary of Black Women. And everybody's like, who the fuck is, who? And then other people would tell him like, yo, man, that dude right there, he ain't just passing out flyers. Sometimes you see him doing posters at night and shit. But that motherfucker actually is your second assistant director. And he actually is the one that casted all these people right here. I never ran around and said what I was doing because I just love what I'm doing. I like to stay focused. It's not about the entertainment. I used to be an artist. I used to be sponsored and, people carrying my bags and shit and carrying my bikes when I used to race BMX and motocross and shit. I don't have to do shit. My dad was my mechanic. I don't got to do shit. All I got to do is just race. You know what I mean? I played basketball. I was all-state and shit and all-state baseball and my, professional baseball players taught me how to bat and shit. They'd be at my Little League games and Hank Aaron, I never really was tripping. I thought, to me, it wasn't about famous people. It was just about these motherfuckers shit too in our house and shit, and they poop and do this and they're just regular people. I don't look at the entertainment business as any different than fucking cleaning up fucking houses and shit, dude. You just do it at a high level. Like there's people that are doing the business you're in at right now at a high level. That's an industry. There are all kinds of industries. There's a doctor industry. There's a nurse industry. There's the custodial business industry. There's the make basketballs, the screws. There's all kinds of industries. But the entertainment industry is no better than any other industry. They're all industries. It's just like, I'm not a worker. I've always been in the front of industries. Like my brother had a fucking maintenance business, and then they had a fucking a pest control business, but they sold it to Orkin and shit and high level shit. They're in the front of the cockpit. I look at everything as like, the closer you get to the front of the cockpit in a plane, and shoot, if you own the plane and fly the plane like fucking John Travolta, shit, that's the ideal situation. Shit, if I'm gonna crash this motherfucker, I'm gonna crash it myself. If you're on the plane, all of a sudden, man, can't this dude do something? Can't you get it? You're not in control when you're a passenger. But if you also own the plane and you flying the motherfucker, shit, if it crashes, at least, as you're going down, you did everything you could. But if you're a passenger, you're like, man, couldn't he have done something, dude, to fucking make sure this thing don't crash, You're always gonna have this weird feeling when you're not in control. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been in control. I started business with my two friends when we were 7 years old. I've been in control of my life. And then our parents doubled our allowances. I've always been in control of my life. I paid for my private school, college, all that shit. I just said to my parents when I was like 11 or 12 years old, I was like, pay for all my shit, and I promise you will not have to pay for college. Just pay for what I need. They're like, we're already gonna do that, but thanks. Thanks. I'm gonna pay for college. I'm going to private school, even though I didn't go to private school. I went to Montessori, which is private, and then public school, and then college. I went 4 years private. But I say all this to say, man, like, man, I'm happy for you, man. I'm just trying. It's like I'm doing it. Like you're interviewing me. Like you're the captain of your ship, Dion. And I wanted to share some more stuff with you. I'm not sure all what was overlapping and stuff that you already knew. But I'm letting you know, man, I got you. I got you, yo. Like, whether we do entertainment or not, I'm going to put you down I'm going to put you down with organized noise. Don't worry about it. We got tracks. We got beats. We got all that shit, man. I'm in the mix right now with them. Literally in the mix with them right now. The only reason I haven't talked to Rico yet is because Rico's like, I was like, no, I don't want to talk to him right now. She's like, let me call him right now. He's ready. And I'm like, I'm busy right now. You know what I mean? Like, let him know. Text him and tell him, like, when's a good day next week. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a homie. You know what I mean? I don't be tripping on that. I know Rico from the first day I got to Atlanta, dude. That was the first project I worked on. I was on tour with them motherfuckers. And I had to pick him up at the airport. I didn't know I didn't know who Outkast was. I didn't know who Rico Wade was. I didn't know who the fuck anybody was. All I know I was on a YSB, a LaFace Records, BET tour. That's all I know. And I was the head of artist relations. That's all I know. And we went to Tallahassee. We went to this city and this city. And then I saw them dudes. The first song, I was like, they just had 2 songs. They only had Players Ball and fucking, they were doing a promotional tour, you know, of the colleges. I met Common, dude, at fucking FAMU. I met those kids that, from Rainforest Films, the kids that did Will Packard and Rob Hardy. You know, Will Packard executive produced Straight Outta Compton. I met them fools at FAMU. Then I was trying to get Speech to fucking invest in them kids. Them kids blew up. Speech would be involved in that shit. You know, my business partner was like, I passed on. I was like, dude, 50 grand, I'm telling you, these kids are going to blow up, and this is why they're going to blow up, and da-da-da. And he's like, he passed on it, you know, because of the ego, you know. You know, some people don't want to be a kingmaker, man. They want to, like, they always want to be the star, you know what I'm saying? And there's an old Hindu proverb that says, it's better to be a kingmaker than the king himself. You know, it's uplifting people, man. It's like that. I get more adulation. I don't get like this, man. I get adulation out of uplifting others, man. I've already been there, dude. I've already been on newspapers and been all over the world. Matter of fact, on the Puffy tour, I opened up last Puffy and Mace tour, dude. You know Puffy and Mace, that last world tour? I opened that motherfucker. I was the opening act. I never told you that? I was the opening fucking act, dude. This is how they did it. They had 2 opening acts. I don't know who the physical opening acts, but the first 2 physical opening acts, I was the act. There was 3 opening acts. I was the act right before Puffy and Mace came on. And they did it virtual. And my boy, they had like a Vito Raheem. Something I was saying at a rave or something. There was years like Joe Ball. You know, like Joe Ball. You remember Joe Ball?
Where
Man, I talked to him the other day. Yeah, he runs his family's $500 million company and stuff, and da-da-da. He's coming out to Atlanta, record with his stepson, and he got married and stuff. Da-da-da. Yeah, I still talk to him. Yeah, we cool, everything's straight, da-da-da. Matter of fact, Clip and I spoke the other day, Kwaku and I, after all that shit went down. He hit me up on Facebook. I didn't talk to him physically. We talked via Facebook message and stuff. But, so Joe is coming out there. That's another thing. Joe's coming out there with his stepson to record and do something at Patchworks in Atlanta. No, in Atlanta. He come to Patchworks. He wants to go to Patchworks. So I'm working on that, hooking all that shit up. And da-da-da. And you know, Zaytoven and them, that's their home studio, QC, Quality Control. My boy, Coach K, he is Quality Control. And then Danny Zook, Danny manages Migos. And you know, my little nephew is, my play nephew is Yachty, Miles, little Yachty. I'm still in the game, dude. I'm just sitting back.
Yachty's your play cousin?
Yeah, his grandfather introduced me to the film industry and TV industry in Atlanta. I know his grandfather.
You know what?
Shannon is my main photographer. His father. Okay, so there's the grandfather, Philip.
You told me that. You said
I still run with him. He just crashed his Ferrari, dude. You see fucking Miles. I don't call him Yachty. Miles just crashed his Ferrari, dude. He survived, man. He almost died. I don't know if I could crash his Ferrari, dude. I'll send you the picture. I seen the video from Facebook. I'm not talking about like TMZ and shit. I'm talking about like we getting shit real time. I ain't see no CMC. That shit comes right into my box, like I'm getting posted. Yeah, we in a certain network, man. We're industry kids, man. We run around. Dion, you got it, dude. Just stay focused on that job. Don't let ladies will chase you when you get your shit going on, dude. You know that already. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up, man. I'm proud of you with the cigarettes, you know, but, you know,
Think about it. I'm single. I'm still single.
Stay focused,
with
man.
No kids.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
I'm still on it. Good.
Stay focused, dude. You know?
I'm really ready to
Man, get that money and make that couple proud of you, man. Those people that you're working with, man. Make them proud.
Man.
Make them proud, man. And then once you got a base, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Once you got a platform, once you got a base, you know what I mean? You gotta have a home base, man. You can't. Everybody got a home team, man. Hey, Boston Red Sox, man. They don't be playing in random places, man. They got a fucking home base, man. Everybody got a home base.
Right. Hey, let me take my ass to sleep, though, man.
Yeah, man. I love it. Yeah, man. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, man. I'm gonna talk to you later today.
That's what's up. Hey, man, that was 45 minutes. We recorded everything. 45 minutes and 16 seconds. Bingo.
Really?
Yeah, I recorded everything. Yeah, and video. It's video too. And it's video. Yeah.
That's wild.
Hey, man. I'm a content generator, man. You know I'm a director, dude. I minded. Anyways, bye. I'll let you go. Peace. Love you, All right.
Love you too, bro.
Yeah, man. Peace. Sure.